The CNS is the central nervous system. It consists of the brain and spinal cord and is the body's main processing center. The CNS receives information detected by sensory from the nervous system and controls the body's responses. The central nervous system is the control center for the entire body, and it regulates how the body will function. The spinal cord is what connects the brain to the body and is protected by special bones called vertebrae. It conducts sensory information from the peripheral nervous system to the brain and conducts motor information from the brain to skeletal, cardiac, and smooth muscles. The brain is the centerpiece of what makes us human, and it receives sensory input from the spinal cord. The brain is composed of several parts such as the cerebrum, cerebellum, cerebral cortex, brainstem, thalamus, hypothalamus, amygdala, corpus callosum, and 4 lobes. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is responsible for processing your thinking, motor skills, touch, sensation, etc. It is located in the front part of the brain and is divided into 2 hemispheres. The brain is folded and grooved to fit more brain into a small space. The cerebrum is divided into lobes, and each lobe is responsible for a different function. There is a frontal lobe, which relates to thought, speech, and motor skills. The parietal lobe gathers sensory messages such as taste, touch, pain, pressure, and temperature sensations such as hot or cold. The temporal lobe relates to smell and sound, and the occipital lobe functions the eye and visual messages. The cerebellum is Latin for little brain. It is located at the back of the brain and controls posture and balance. It ensures muscles work smoothly and coordinated. If the cerebellum is damaged, it results in a loss of coordinated movement. The cerebral cortex is the outer covering of the cerebrum. Cortex means a thin layer of tissue, and it is known as gray matter. This part of the brain is used for thinking, perceiving, and language. The brainstem is located in the center of the brain beneath the hemispheres of the cerebrum. It controls the automatic functions such as heart rate, breathing, and blood pressure. All information from senses and motor information goes through the brainstem. The corpus callosum is what separates the right and left hemispheres of the cerebrum. It is a thick band of 250 million neurons that mostly contain axons. The corpus callosum coordinates activities between the 2 hemispheres and allows them to talk to one another. The amygdala is almond-shaped and is located deep within the temporal lobe. It is involved in the processing of emotions such as fear, anger, and survival. It is also responsible for determining what memories are stored and where the memories are stored in the brain. The thalamus is located in the middle of the brain. It sorts information going to and from the cerebral cortex and controls what information goes to the cerebrum. The hypothalamus is located under the thalamus. It is like an internal clock that monitors water concentration, hormone concentrations, and body temperature. It is related to the feelings of rage, aggression, hunger, and thirst. Navy SEALs use lots of self-talk and breathe a lot to calm them down. This helps them override their amygdala. The amygdala triggers your emotions and is part of the brain that makes you afraid and nervous. The technique that the Navy SEALs use helps me as an athlete to overcome my fears on the field and relax. When I'm playing softball, I often get nervous when it's my turn to hit. Especially when there's 2 outs, it depends on my hitting if we are able to score or not, which puts a lot of pressure on me. When I'm up to bat, I get really nervous and I start doubting whether I'm going to hit the ball or not. I overcome this fear by breathing deeply. This helps me calm down and relax. This technique helps me focus on hitting the ball. Another technique I use is self-talk. When I'm hitting, I talk to myself a lot and stay positive. I'll think to myself, I can hit this, I just have to wait for my pitch. Staying positive helps override the amygdala and has helped me throughout difficult times in life.